The Democratic leader.
Mr. President, America is in the midst of a Republican-made health care crisis, worse than anything the American people have seen in decades. Republicans have spent the past 10 months dismantling the health care system, skyrocketing costs, and making every day harder for American families. Because of Republicans, Americans are going to suffer immensely as this health care crisis gets worse. Democrats have been fighting to end this crisis over and over again. Democrats have wanted to lower costs, but Republicans fought us every step of the way. We gave Republicans not one, not two, but 3 chances this year to extend the ACA premium tax credits. Republicans said no every time. On Friday, we offered Republicans a compromise, a proposal that would extend the ACA tax credits for a year and open up the government at the same time. They once again said no. And when they said no on our compromise, they showed that they are against any health care reform. Instead, they passed the biggest health care cuts in our nation's history just to give tax breaks to billionaires, and even then, they weren't satisfied with merely closing hospitals and community health clinics. They callously did nothing to deal with the looming crisis of ACA credits. Premiums will spike by thousands of dollars a month. Millions will lose insurance. Democrats have sounded the alarm. We have demanded for months to meet with the Republican leadership. But Republican leaders refuse to even discuss the issue, let alone negotiate it. We've asked them to meet in the summer and throughout the shutdown. To this day, Republicans still say no. We asked President Trump to step in and meet with us to deliver lower health care for Americans, and instead, Donald Trump has taken the American people hostage, from cutting off food aid to hungry families and vets and seniors and kids, to manufacturing flight cancellations, to cutting off home heating aid, while he builds a billion-dollar ballroom with gold-plated toilets. Therefore, I must vote no. This health care crisis is so severe, so urgent, so devastating for families back home that I cannot in good faith support this CR that fails to address the health care crisis. But let me be clear, however this vote turns out, this fight will and must continue. Democrats must fight because of millions of families will lose health care coverage. We must fight because children who are dying of cancer will not get health care coverage. We must fight because a senior citizen cannot afford to pay $25,000 a year just for health insurance. We must fight to keep millions from financial ruin. And make no mistake about it, the American people know who is inflicting this health care trauma on them: Donald Trump and the Republicans. Americans will remember Republican intransigence every time they make a sky-high payment on health insurance. So we are going to fight legislatively, fight back home, fight in the courts, and bring this fight in the elections. Health care costs made a major impact on the 2025 election, and they will certainly have an even greater impact on the 2026 election. So in conclusion, the contrast between the two parties is crystal clear. Republicans are the party hell-bent on taking people's health care away, all to bow to the billionaire elite and special interests. Democrats are united as the party of lower health care costs and improving our health care system. We will not give up this fight. We will deliver for the American people. I yield the floor.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Policy Room, where we break down the biggest debates and decisions shaping Washington. Tonight we turn to the Senate floor, where the Democratic leader delivered a fiery speech accusing Republicans of creating what he called a Republican-made health care crisis. According to the Democratic leader, America is now facing one of the worst health care crises in decades, and he blames it squarely on Republican policies. He argued that over the past 10 months, Republicans have worked to dismantle the healthcare system, driving up costs and making life harder for American families. Democrats, he said, have tried repeatedly to lower healthcare costs, offering Republicans multiple chances to extend the Affordable Care Act premium tax credits, but every single time, Republicans said no. Last Friday, Democrats even offered a compromise, a one-year extension of ACA tax credits paired with a proposal to reopen the government. Republicans rejected that. The Democratic leader went on to accuse Republicans of passing the largest healthcare cuts in U.S. history, all to give, in his words, tax breaks to billionaires. He warned that millions of Americans could lose their insurance, with premiums spiking by thousands of dollars a month. Despite months of requests to meet and negotiate, he said Republican leaders have refused to even discuss the issue, and accused former President Donald Trump of holding the American people hostage, pointing to federal aid cuts and government shutdown impacts affecting families, veterans, and seniors. Because of all this, the Democratic leader announced that he would vote no on the continuing resolution, saying it fails to address what he calls an urgent healthcare crisis. He declared that Democrats will keep fighting, in Congress, in the courts, and at the ballot box, to protect healthcare coverage for millions of Americans. We must fight, he said, because families will lose coverage, children battling cancer won't get treatment, and seniors can't afford $25,000 a year for health insurance. He ended his remarks with a sharp contrast between the two parties. Republicans are the party determined to take away people's health care to please billionaires and special interests. Democrats are the party fighting to lower costs and improve care for every American. As the debate intensifies, both sides are bracing for a political showdown that could shape the next two elections, with healthcare once again at the center of America's political battlefield. Thanks for watching Policy Room. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coverage of the debates shaping Washington.